And we are live. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Canadian Guy here, and I am back with Sly Cooper. That's right, Sly Cooper. Give me a minute to finish getting set up, and we shall begin. We're gonna have probably some audio balance issues, so give me a few minutes here just in case. But how are you guys all doing? I hope you guys are doing great and well and fantastic. Yeah, that's. I'm hoping that you guys are all great and fantastic. And doing great. I should say fantastic one more time. I'm gonna punch myself. Again, give me a second here. Yeah, I do got a build for that Enter the Dragonfly. I still got to play through it. Loving all the plaid lately. Thank you. Yes, it's something that I'm trying to incorporate more into my sense of style. My wife loves it, so I ordered some new plaid shirts. How are you, CGE? If I'm going to be completely honest, I've had better days. Yeah, but we're gonna try to be happy today. We're gonna try. We're here. We're present. Oh, by the by, I am getting close to finishing setup the Etsy store, and one of the things that will be on there is I was able to model and design a 3D printed Canadian Guy keychain. These will be going up for $5. Yeah, these will be going up for about $5. How's the baby doing? Great. He's doing great. And of course, we got the Silk Spyros and a couple other things as well. A couple of one-offs that we're going to be selling and seeing how those go. But we're going to be doing everything in limited yeah, it's going to be something in limited quantities. It's not going to be print to order. It's just going to be like, hey, you know what, I got 5 this week, back on release, and that's it, right? Because if I want to take a week off, if the store is sold out for some reason and I want to take a week off, I'm taking a week off. But today, there's going to be a little bit of a focus to the stream, a little bit. It's a rumored. Give me a second here. Almost done. Don't mind me. I'm taking my sweet time a little bit here. So we aren't exactly sure what's going on in terms of the exact times and days. However, insiders are reporting that in and around May 28th is going to be the May 28th around that time. May 28th seems to be when the state of play showcase, whatever you want to call it, is supposed to be. That is the alleged date time ish, is in and around there. Almost done here, everybody. Just sending out the alerts. Well, that's not right. Why is it like that? It's not right. Hold on. Of course, I had it all set up nicely, and then it had to go and mess itself up, as usual. Okay, give me a second here. gonna be easier if I do this. I don't know why this is being so difficult. Flanny Man has been a member for 54 months. That is absolutely incredible. Flanny Man has been around on the channel for a long time, arguably one of the biggest supporters, and is absolutely amazing. Absolutely adore their support every time that they're here, whether it's through being a member, donations, or whatnot. Flanny Man has always been there, has always been amazing. I've also had the pleasure of meeting Flanny Man at a PAX East, not the last one, but the year before. Very, very kind soul, very nice guy, and I really appreciate the interaction that we had, and wish for many more to come in the future. Elena, just first on 54 months. Dang, time flies. How are things going? The PlayStation showcases have been extremely hush-hush until last second. Seems odd considering that everyone else says these months in advance. So, typically, and I'll say this, and I'm going to make sure I read that $20 super chat, the first donation of the stream. Thank you so much, Elena, for the $20 super chat. You are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Give me 1 second here. Sorry. I think we're good. And again, thank you. Ow! Elbow. Thank you again. So, sometimes what a company will do is that they will sit down and they will actually kind of scope what the competition is doing first, and then announce what they're doing and shift some dates around and stuff. What I'm kind of wondering in terms of who it's going to be is also Nintendo, because maybe it's just I haven't seen it yet, but Nintendo has been pretty hush-hush as well in terms of dates and times. I have no idea if they have officially said anything. I don't think they have. And I know that it has to do with the Switch 2. I know that. So we'll have to see. But yeah, no, PlayStation has been pretty hush-hush. And I got a feeling that it's because with their Helldivers situation, they are in kind of a little bit of a hot water due to what happened with Helldivers. But Helldivers is not the only game right now that is in some hot water, but it's also Xbox. I'll talk about that in a second. Elena donated $20 super chat. Put this towards something nice and get hyped for your next package. Thank you so much, Elena. I appreciate that. I'm sorry if at times I get quiet today. Today's not been a great time. I'll say this once just so that I can get it out of my system. I want to say it once and get it out of my system so that it's not bothering me, and I'm hoping that when I'm talking about it, things get better. Somebody backed into my car on earlier this week. Then we went to get appraised to get it fixed, and it's about $3,000. No one was hurt. Thank goodness. Nobody was hurt. That's the most important thing. Nobody was hurt. But we went, and the quote to fix it was $3,000, and I do not have that money. That's the and that sucks. And it happened in a private parking lot, and because it happened in a parking lot, and I don't know if it's the same in the States, but in Canada, things can get weird when it comes to that because it's a private area. And when we went to ask if they would like to, we asked the lady, and we got in touch with her, and we were hoping that we would want to settle it outside of insurance. She wants to settle it with insurance, even though she backed into us, which means that I have to pay $1,000 deductible to get it fixed, and I might not get that back, which I don't have that right now. So I'm trying to get this Etsy store up, and I'm trying to get all this stuff set up, but I am not having a good time. I am not having a good time. So I'm trying to, I'm picking up work elsewhere as well. I'm hiring editors to help work while I go grab things elsewhere. And I'm just saying this now to start the stream so I can get out of my system. Like I said, I am not in a good mood. I'm going to try to get into a good mood. But I am feeling very, very upset about it. I'm not happy about it. And I'm very grumpy about it. And I don't know what to do. And, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it just sucks with the capital S right now. That's where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna try to play the game, try to enjoy myself, try to I'm gonna try to just do what I can, try to feel better, try to entertain, try to, you know, do what I can. Any help towards that, it would be great, but of course, not required. But I do appreciate everyone tuning in, watching, hanging out. You guys are all awesome. Thank you all so much. All right. Yeah, to give you an idea, I drive a Toyota Highlander, and she drove a Jeep Liberty with a steel. She had one of the steel things and just bang.
Rajan is able to monitor all of our communications out here with that elephant-driven satellite array.
How's the volume?
Grim, you got a plan for shutting it down?
Don't I always? Now, the local spice plants are illegal for good reason. Eat too many, and you'll go into a fit of uncontrolled rage.
Keep that stuff away from Murray. Oh, wait, I get it. I put some spice plants in the elephant's feed bag. He chows down, gets all crazy, and then presto, the satellite's in pieces.
A crude interpretation of the plan, but accurate. The trick here is harvesting the spice plants. You'll have to do some serious climbing, as they only grow high up in the jungle
There we go.
canopy.
The Gaming Pez donated $5 through Streamlabs. Thank you so much, Gaming Pez. I appreciate that. Thank you. Sorry to start the stream with a potential rant. Oh boy, here we go. But did you hear that what Neil Druckmann said about how hand animating is obsolete and the future is AI? Naughty Dog just became my least favorite Sony computer. Also, good luck with the car. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. I feel like before I go on a rant, I would need context. Because if also, I'm assuming he's also including motion capture, right? Like, motion capture being, like, the base of it, the foundation of the animation, right? That's what I'm assuming, because, you know, if he's saying purely animation, it doesn't even make any sort of sense, because how is that even possible? However, there's a nugget of truth in what he's saying, but not... I feel like he worded it very, very, very poorly. You know, there's a nugget of truth there, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's done right. So one of the... Thank you, Elena, for the $10. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much, Elena. That's very sweet. How you doing, Alpha? I hope you're doing great. I don't think Flame Man's meaning that it's a serious rumor, just the fact of, like, how dumb of, like, a rumor it is. I think that's what he's trying to get across. Yeah, I could see that was a joke. Again, thank you so much, Elena, for the $10. So, let me be clear in what I mean by there's a nugget of truth in what Neil Druckmann says, is that we already use AI even before the AI, even before all the AI craze happened, right? Even before all the AI craze happened, we all used AI and we all use auto tracking. It's the same thing, right? You know, for example, when we used to do visual effects, you used to have to track things by hand. Now you don't have to track things by hand anymore. You have a program that will help you auto track 75% of the way, and then you gotta hand do the other 25%, right? Like that's what that is. Motion capture was a means of being able to have human motion capture, and then turn around and hand animate the things that the motion capture can't capture. AI smoothing out motion capture, the idea makes sense, and I get it, but that doesn't mean that animating is obsolete, because that means motion capture for humanoids is hand capture for humanoids, depending if you're going for a live action thing, could be considered as obsolete. Sure, if you want to go that way, if you want to go like, okay, try to make The Last of Us but hand animate all the characters, okay, that would be obsolete in comparison to motion capture and AI. Okay, sure. In that context, sure. In that context, though, right? In that context. In the context of non-humanoid characters, or humanoid characters doing non-human things. Humanoid characters doing non-human things. That is where you still need hand animating. So again, a nugget of truth in what he's saying, but it's not 100% true. There's still a lot within that statement that needs, it's too gross of a generalization of what he said. If that's what he said, like basically word for word, then yes, you're right. It is a gross generalization to the point where it makes it untrue, right? So that's my thoughts on that. And then quickly, the other direction about Microsoft buying Valve, because I didn't rant, I just said that it was dumb. So if you guys don't know, a whole bunch of people on Twitter tried to start a rumor mill that was like it was so forced, it was hysterical. It was like one person was bored, saw a post, ran with it, and then other people started to run with it. And it started to spread, and it was like, this is the dumbest thing ever. Basically what's going on is that some group of people tried to start a rumor that Microsoft was buying Steam, basically. And it's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening, period. And, everybody was coming out and literally being like, what in the world are you talking about? This is not even in the realm of entertaining of being true. Right? Like, it was so bad. Like, some people were like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And, like, but because people were running with it, a whole bunch of, like, verified news sources were coming forward and being like, hey, yeah, no, this is beyond fake. Just why? It is the idea that Microsoft would turn around and purchase Activision, have 2 years of battle just to get this deal to go through, and then 6 months later they turn around and they would go buy the #1 PC outlet right now in the world for a digital storefront. It's not happening. It's not happening. And it's hysterical. It's hysterical that people were trying to start that rumor mill. It's like, no, that's not happening. we literally just had literally 2 years of arguing. Do you really think the FTC would let that go through? Even on the low-hanging fruit, and I mean, when I mean low-hanging, I mean on the falling off the tree and rotting for 3 months. Even on the such a low-hanging fruit that it's even remotely true, the FTC would get blocked. It would get blocked so fast, so hard. And yeah, so no, that's not happening. However, what I am interested in terms of the upcoming game shows is the fact that, unfortunately, you got PlayStation right now trying to figure out how to get goodwill back with their players. But the other show that has to be massive has to be Xbox. They are still under fire for what they did to Hi-Fi Rush. I know, right? As Spice, yeah. He's gotten to the Spice. That's what it is. It's Spice. Oh, dear. Why didn't they get involved? Because it's not because the amount of money that is worth, it's not that much, unfortunately. And I know that sounds depressing to say, but it's true. All of those things that they did, sure, it's looking like more like a monopoly, but it's also not a lot. It's not worth that much. Okay, let's head this way. Which is kind of sad when it comes to gaming journalism, because most people get their gaming journalism nowadays from very few sources, and also from YouTubers and non-journalistic sites, which, you know, some people would consider as bad because, wow, journalists are no longer being, you know, it's basically journalists are no longer journalists, and you know, you got content creators now that can take a nugget of news and run with it and be able to get more clicks and attention over a journalist, which in some ways might just have to be a type of situation for the journalists in terms of adapt or die. You know, that's kind of the, you know, that's kind of the motive for the internet. A lot is adapt or die when it comes to some of these things. Not all things, but some things. You know, some of these journalists might have to... but you see, here's the thing, is that people are becoming more aware of the rage clicks, right? Like, a lot more people are becoming a lot more invested, and a lot... Not invested, but uninvested with rage click. Right? Like, people... They're... Quite literally, and it's hysterical. I play a game with my wife. We'll be lying in bed. We'll just be doom scrolling on our phone, and I'll see a headline. And it'll be like, it'll be something like Microsoft in talks with studio that made I don't know, Banjo-Kazooie for, and then you're like, oh, okay, so they're in talks with Rare, right? And then you look into it and it's like, oh, actually no, they're in talks with the team that ported the Banjo game for Nintendo 6, or for the Game Boy Advance, or what, like Grunty's Revenge, right? And I will literally sit there, and I'll sit there with my wife, and I'll say what the plot twist is before I'll say the like what the plot twist is before we even read it, and like 8 times out of 10 I'm right, or I'm 10 out of 10 times I'm either in the vicinity, and 8 out of 10 times I'm like bang on the number. And I'll just laugh, and I'm like, yeah, that's how they're twisting it. It's just funny. It's just funny to sit down and see how, you know, the rage clicking is, right? And the reason why, and the reason how you can tell if it's going to be a rage click is that the rage click doesn't give you details immediately. It doesn't give you details immediately. Oh, that's fine. You're done. Okay. There we go. I think I understand there was a comment removed, but I don't think it was intentionally for swearing. It's game facts. So, I saw the comment. Don't worry. It wasn't a I think that was a case of like autocorrect or something, because I believe you meant to say game facts. So. But yeah, when it comes to gaming journalism, it's pretty wild. It's a bit of a wild ride. But when you can tell that somebody is going to be telling the truth is when they come up with the new information right away, or at least they give a little tidbit of information right away to be like, hey, kind of like a, like, I like, of course, you got people like Jason Schreier, and they do that. They don't sit there and they don't write an article, and it takes, you know, it doesn't take 4 paragraphs for the actual interesting bit to begin. And the unfortunate thing is with a lot of these IGN, GameSpot, blah, 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 a lot of these articles is they take one minute detail, one small minute detail, and then what they do is that they blow it up as a headline, and then they fill it with like 8 paragraphs of filler to give background on something that everybody knows. And it blows my mind. It's just like, it's like, oh, Mario movie has new character, question mark, question mark, question mark. And then they go into the history of Mario, then who's playing Mario, the history of the Mario movie, only turn around and say, by the way, yeah, Donkey Kong's in the movie. And that's it. And I'm like, geez, that's just awful. Like, that's, in my opinion, I don't like that. What I like is that if I were to write that news. So, for example, if I were to turn around and I were to write that news, okay, you're doing the news report about, we find out that Donkey Kong is coming to the Super Mario movie. Okay, cool. What do I open up with? You open up with Donkey Kong is showing up to the Super Mario movie. Okay, let's give some details about the Mario movie, just in case if you're unaware. More favorite characters are coming. Here's the details we know about Donkey Kong. Here's some speculation about potential other characters that could show up if Donkey Kong is showing up. That is how I would do it. I open up with the cold, hard news, punch square in the face. Donkey Kong's in the Super Mario movie. Okay. Here's, you know, if you don't know, the Super Mario, you know, the Super Mario movie is in development. It's, you know, here's a quick history of it. Fun characters are going to show up, including Donkey Kong. Here's what we know about Donkey Kong. Okay, Donkey Kong is going to be there. Could other characters be there? Here's why I think other characters be there. Wouldn't that be cool? All right, that's the end of the article. I don't need to know the exposition of Mario's mustache and the lore of why his mustache is black. Like, I don't need to know that. And it hurts me. And it hurts my soul because I already know. Like, there's very, very rare do I find a news article and then think to myself, wow, that news article was very much worth it to me. Because 9 times out of 10, it's jam-packed full of useless filler that either everybody knows or has nothing to do with the story. And quite literally, it does feel like what they do is that it feels like they go to ChatGPT and then just say, hey, give me an introduction using filler for this to make it this long. Like, I feel like what they do is that they write the opener, then they write the end, and then they tell ChatGPT to, all right, fill in the middle and make it 4 paragraphs. And that's it. Like, that's it. It's do the headline, do the end, and then have ChatGPT set how long you need it to be, and have ChatGPT do the rest. Right? Like, to me, that's just... Like, to me, that just blows my mind. And again, there are things that ChatGPT can be used for. Right? For example, there was an idea that someone gave to me, and I was like, you know what? That's actually a pretty neat idea. They said, what you can do is that they said you can convert your video into a blog. I'm like, I don't know what you mean. They said, what you can do is that you can get a transcript of your video, turn to ChatGPT and say, listen, I have this transcript from my video, make it easily readable in blog form, and then it goes through and it just says your same words, but it'll tweak the wording because it's from a video to a blog, and then you go through and you tweak it and you adjust it, and then there you go. And to me, it's like, okay, that to me is fine because again, it's still you. You're just literally saying, hey, make this from one digestible format to another digestible format. And that to me is fine. But I'm not saying, hey, fabricate something from me from the ground up and then fabricates blah, 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 blah. You get what I mean. Make something from the ground up for me. Is that a simple voice to AI? Well, so no, because you have to think when you're writing a blog versus doing a video, you're taking the transcription of your video, and what you're doing is that you're making it in a more illegible, readable blog form. Hey, Pixel Games, how's it going? Right, that's all you're doing is that you're just... Because sometimes there are things that you say in a video that doesn't make sense to say in a blog, right? And that would be like, okay, but you're using, again, you're using a tool you're taking a creation and you're using a tool to accentuate it. G Game Master 16 donated $5. How do you think they would tease Sly Cooper at the PlayStation Showcase? So first off, thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, hypothetically, if Sly Cooper is at the showcase, if I am not going to be running in and slamming my face down and be like, yes, I'm ready. I'm like, okay, If it depends on where they are in development. If they're releasing this year, I would do a trailer. Right? Just your regular trailer. If it's a teaser, just a teaser, that's all it is.
Why? Now take all the spice plants you've collected to the elephant's feed basket.
What I would do, it's like, okay, so if I was marketing, and I was like, okay, we're relatively early and we can't show much. What would I do? What I would have is throughout the showcase, I would have moments that have something sneaky with it. So, for example, like, you know, when we're transitioning to a different thing, like, you know, like the Sony symbols. What would be cool is that if you saw, like, if you had a keen eye, you saw, like, you know, at the beginning you saw like a tail, just a tail, just, you know, a tail, just a tiny little tail in the darkness. And then maybe, like, you know, Sony, they have like a cityscape, and in the background you can see a shadow. Like, you see a starry background, but you see a shadow jumping rooftop to rooftop, right? And what I would do is eventually it would cut to a transition with one of the sacred symbols, or the symbols missing, and finally the dialogue says, where's the X, or where's the circle, or whatever, and then you would hear like stage lights turning off, like dum 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 dum, and then you hear the jazzy brung, and then you would hear Sly's voice, and then you would see a cane drop and then bounce up, and then it would say Sly Cooper returns, or whatever. Anything along the lines of that. Just, it would be funny to see things like, oh, something was stolen and things are missing, and you're seeing some sneakiness, and, you know, and that would be like, okay, we want to announce this game, and we have absolutely no gameplay to show, but we want to announce it. How do we do this? That's what I would do. I would make it something fun. I would make it so that, you know, people who are keen-eyed fans were like, why is that missing? You know, yes, something is missing, something is stolen, something is, you know, that's the whole shtick, is that, you know, something is missing, and, you know, and then eventually one of the signs is stolen or whatever, right? And I think that would be a fun little way to be able to advertise the game. Now that's if they don't have anything to show.
Sayonara, satellite array.
Well, we're setting the elephant on a roid rage. Boom, 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 boom. I wish I could play. I wish I could play the 1,000-Year Door. Straight up, I can't afford that right now. I gotta pay rent, and also, like I said at the start of the stream, I have a car I have to pay for, so I'm kind of in a tight spot right now, and I'm kind of upset about it, but there's not much I can do about it, you know? I'm gonna sneeze any second. It's gonna come and it's gonna be loud. I can already feel it. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on. It hasn't happened yet. Where you're like, ah, ah, ah. Yeah, that logo is making me very confused. And I would love, and I want to kind of know why. Oh, Gaming Pez, you don't have to do that. I mean, I appreciate that though, but you know, I would feel bad. Ori, around $5 donated through Super Chat. Thank you so much. Out of curiosity, what do you think about the upcoming Mufasa film? Looks interesting, especially about Mufasa and Scar being stepbrothers. So, here's my thoughts. I am interested in the Mufasa movie because it's a new story within the Lion King universe. And I like the Lion King universe. I do. But yeah, there's a new live action or live action styled CGI Lion King film coming out that is called Mufasa. It's the origins of Mufasa. If this was done the traditional Disney style, I would be hyped through the moon. And I would want to go see it because I love Lion King. It's the live action, though. And I'm feeling mixed about it. I'm feeling very mixed. But also, now, I'm not going to sit here and say, the lore. I'm not going to pull one of those because if I remember correctly, my son watches The Lion Guard, and the whole shtick of that was Scar was a Lion Guard in the past, and it was like passed on from generation to generation or something.
Sly, the insect in that pool is a rare Indian water bug.
Yeah, if it was live, if it was anime, take my money. Absolutely, like please.
Its wings will transmit local sound waves at a frequency I can monitor.
Let me get this straight. We're gonna bug Rajan's office with a bug?
It is an elegant plan, I agree. Now pay attention. That water bug can only survive in stagnant pools. If kept out of water too long, it'll become unhappy and likely draw the attention of local guards.
Great.
Looks like there's a few pools along the way to Rajan's office. A short swim every now and then should keep our little friend quiet.
And again, I don't want to sit here and be like, yes, I am, I am certain that, we're going to see a such and such and there and there. I'm not saying that. I want to make that perfectly and abundantly clear. I am not stating that I think I am 100% certain that Sly Cooper would be coming back. Is it possible, though? I do think it's possible. I do think it's possible. I very much do think it's possible. Will it happen? I certainly hope so. I want it to. I hope so. I hope it does. We're bugging Rajan's office with a literal bug. Okay. We'll grab you. And I gotta go find more stagnant water. You would be at home with Dingo Dow there, buddy. There, enjoy your stagnant poo water. All right. You ready? Let's go. There we go. When is the next showcase? So allegedly it's supposed to be around May 28th, which is funny because that's my wife and I's 8th anniversary, our 8th wedding anniversary. So I already had a conversation with her about it just in case if it were to land right on our anniversary. We're going to be celebrating it before then. We wanted to go to a hotel, but we're not going to be able to do that this year because of, $3,000 car repair. Yeah, this week, again, I don't want to stress and labor the point. This week has not been a blast. It has been the opposite of a blast. It has been a gas. It has been not fun. This water isn't stagnant. Happy early anniversary. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Thank you. That's basically this bug. I need stagnant water. What is this fresh water business? Oh, come on. Why was the pig covered in ink? I don't know why. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate the pig lived in a pen. I actually like that. I actually like that a lot. That's actually really funny. The pig lived in a pen. You are funny. That is funny. I actually like that a lot. The presented title for current franchise reports about 2K Games may be bringing back BioShock, and there's a movie in production. That would be very interesting if they decided to bring back BioShock. I don't think that would be like a gigantic shock, as in like, oh, they would never do that. I think that would be a lot of people would be very happy about that, and it would make sense as to why they would be happy, because that's pretty cool. Companies want things to cross-promote to make money. So, if there is a movie in production, I will refer you to the 2016 Ratchet and Clank. The 2016 Ratchet and Clank was based off of the movie by Rainmaker, and the movie was atrocious, and yet that Ratchet and Clank sold over 7 million units. How many stormtroopers does it take to change a light bulb? I don't know. How many? None, because they're all on the dark side. That's a joke I should have saw coming, and I didn't. And I'm happy I didn't, because that's actually pretty good. That's funny. These jokes are helping me feel a little bit better. From the lady who backed in her Jeep Liberty into the front of my car. What did they call the Terminator once he retired? The Retire-mator? I'm not sure. In we go. There we go. Terminated. The Exterminator. The Exterminator. It's a good one. It's a knee slapper. Yeep, 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 yeep. Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
You can't open this vault without finding all of the clues outside around the safe house.
There we go. I can't just mash buttons, Bentley? What if I somehow know by some third-party knowledge about the code? Hmm? What do you call the security guards for Samsung? Useless? No, sorry. What? Guardians of the Galaxy. I've heard that one before. I forgot about that one. That's good. But I like that one. That one's good. Guardians of the Galaxy. Do you think you'll stream Multiverses next week? I'm so excited to play it next Tuesday. Honestly, and I kind of feel like a bit of an alien because a whole bunch of people have been wanting to play people are like, yeah, I can't wait for Multiverses. And I'm just kind of like, isn't that like the Smash clone? I think I'm so out of the loop. I know it's like an animated, like, I think it's like a Smash Brothers, but like for animated characters. And I feel so out of the loop about it. I feel so out of the loop. Such a good Smash clone. Well, is it free? Is it free to play? That's right, Flanny, you did. That's right. That's right, you did. I don't remember what I was doing at the time. I could not do it. It's free to play. Well, at least that's good. Oh dear. Silver medal. There we go. I believe it's a Bentley mission next, right? Shrink guards by whacking them with your crossbow. Press X to put its power up. Juggernaut throw. Yeah, we'll grab that. Why not? Yeah, it's so much in your plate, but it's Smash Bros. But Warner Brother characters. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Give me a second here. I'm going to take my first quick break. Just need to go stretch my legs, take a quick pee, and I'll be right back. Again, I apologize if I'm distant. I'm just trying to figure out how to... Yeah. I'm just trying to figure things out. Hey, thank you so much, Elena, for the $2. One word teaser for your next package, cuddly. Thank you. I'm excited for that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Give me a second here. Ori, thank you so much for the around $5 super chat. Thank you. Out of curiosity, what are your thoughts on the Ace Attorney series? I got into it recently and I'm already a big fan. I played one Ace Attorney game and I really enjoyed it, and then never played any other Ace Attorney game again. I believe it was the third one in the series of the Ace Attorney. And I actually very much enjoyed it. I think I played for I want to say the 3DS. I might be wrong, but I very much enjoyed it. It was very much a type of game that I liked. I liked the story. I liked, I don't know, I liked it overall. It was a really nice, it was a nice experience. I very much enjoyed it. My friend Katie went as one of the characters, and oh goodness, I can't remember the name. It wasn't from what's it called? The game that I played, but she was one of the characters from Ace Attorney. So thank you again for the around $5. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Again, I'm sorry if I seem off. I'm very, very sorry. Let me see here. It's been so long since I played. It has been so long. It's been a hot minute since I played. I remember trying to remember a specific case. I feel like it was the third one, but I'm not 100% sure. Are you going to cover Sonic stuff? How do you feel positive about the Sonic franchise? So, I'm a very, like, I don't want to say casual. I'm a very no-nonsense Sonic fan. As in, I'm not the type of person that's going to be like, oh, I'm going to buy every single Sonic game. I don't. Genuinely, I don't. If I look at it and I don't think it looks good, I don't buy it. Period. Like, that's it. Period. It's just, if I don't, I'm like, not really my vibe. If I am not feeling it, I stop playing. Again, not really my vibe. I'm a filthy... I enjoyed Sonic Heroes. I enjoyed Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I wish I got to try Unleashed. And I didn't play too much of Generations because it was being streamed, and I didn't like the idea of streaming a Sonic game. But the thing is that if there's something that I like and I turn around and I'm like, ooh, I like that, then yeah, I hop on it and I enjoy it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm down for that. That's cool. I'm very much because I feel it, and I've noticed that with Sonic, and maybe this is just me. I've noticed there's a lot of doomers when it comes to Sonic, and yet they still buy and play the game. Like, oh, this game looks awful, this game looks terrible, I can't believe Sonic Team is doing this, how terrible they are, and they're clicking buy at the same time. In my brain, I'm going, why? Like, why bother? Why are you... Like, what are you doing? It's like, what are you doing? That will look like he's throw a wire controller, then backtrack all the way through. He was a completion, though. Still kind of is. Yeah, still can't get him to play Crash 4 or Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. The only titles in the main console franchise he hasn't played yet. Well, tell him, come on.
As I expected, Rajan is out.
What's stopping him?
Of the operation. My sources claim he always carries 3 blueprints on him, which, when read together, tell you everything about his spice operation.
Too bad he doesn't have that section of the clockwork heart we saw during the recon. You could just pump him full of sleep darts and we could all go home.
Unfortunately, my sleep darts aren't powerful enough to affect Rajan.
What? How are you gonna get at those blueprints?
Rajan has an insatiable appetite for Indian watermelons, which, if eaten whole, will force even him to nod off for a while. Once he's asleep, I'll creep in and lift the blueprints.
That's fine and all, but how do you plan on luring him over to the watermelons?
I've equipped my sleep darts with a sonic disruptor. The
Speaking of
strange
Sonic,
sounds they make should be enough to lead the ever-curious Rajan from place to place.
No, I'm very much a vote with your wallet type of person. If I go to play something and for whatever reason, I'm like, nah, I don't like this, then I don't buy it. You know, I don't buy it. And because in my point of view, it's like, hey, you know what? This is something that is, you know, but also I have a tendency to look past like certain things that are like really that I find silly that other people would lose their minds over. Like, for example, I'm not the type of person that's like, what? It requires an internet. Oh. Oops. If it's like, okay, let's say internet outrage culture here. Let's say they turn around and Coco was wearing, let's say the next Crash Bandicoot 5, they change Coco's outfit to having it, you know, it's those overall shorts, right? Instead of like the full length shorts. And then they swapped it. And then people are like, nah, they don't want us looking at Bandicoot legs. I'm not buying this game because I'm voting with my wallet because I want to see Bandy legs. No. That is just like, that is just mind-numbingly stupid. And, you know, the funny thing is that some of you might laugh at that example. Some of you might laugh. But the thing is that there are people very much like that. You're for censorship. It's like, oh my gosh. You see, y'all are laughing. But this was a thing that... This has been a thing that's happened. And it blows my mind that people would lose... It's like, oh, okay. It's like, okay, maybe I liked Coco's outfit better before. Okay, maybe I liked it before and now it's different. Okay, whatever. It's like... Doesn't change the game. It's like, I don't know, cry harder. I don't like, like what do you, we'll go a la Halo 5 here. The advertising showed that we were playing a lot of Master Chief. And all I'm seeing is Spartan Locke. I don't want to play Spartan Locke. I want to play Master Chief. and then I don't buy the game because I wanted to play Master Chief more than Spartan Locke. To me, that's voting with your wallet. That makes sense. Oh yeah, Puddlegate. There's no puddle. It means that. I remember Puddlegate. That was the. Just sat there and I'm like, does anybody have anything better to do? Like genuinely, like, do you not have anything better to do than to scream at puddles? Like, is that your main hobby? Oh, 1 second. I have to start my next 3D print. 1 second. 1 second. Summer beautiful. And done. There we go. Okay. Get a life, go touch grass. Yeah, basically. Go touch grass. I told people that about the new Assassin's Creed. Oh boy howdy, you know, the Assassin's Creed meltdowns that we've been hearing about the Assassin's Creed Shadows. Like they're literally sitting there freaking out, like literally the comment section is people literally just debating about the legitimacy of the story that they're going on to when it comes to Assassin's Creed. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, bro, I enjoy Assassin's Creed, but let me tell you what, okay? If you are playing Assassin's Creed and you jump off a 1,000-foot tower into a haystack without breaking your neck, okay?
What? The blueprints? They have been stolen.
Without breaking your neck, with there being space apples from a precursor civilization, okay? And having a mechanical hidden blade that doesn't fail, okay? And you want to sit there, you want to argue historic realism.
Rajan has gone into hiding somewhere in the temple. I guess the destruction of the satellite array and my invasion of his personal space to get the blueprint spooked him. To get his portion of the Clockwork Heart, we'll need to drive him out into the open. Given Rajan's spice-addled temper, I'd recommend making him angry.
Go touch grass.
First, we'll destroy the center of his operation, the spice grinder. Then we'll demolish the dam above the temple in an attempt to flood him out. If that doesn't work, I've made arrangements to exchange one of the temple's facade rubies for some high explosives, which, if necessary, we can use to flood the whole temple grotto.
I can get behind that, Sonic 64, the pricing.
If my psychological profile is accurate,
yes,
Rajan should pick up the other half of the Clockwork Heart before making his escape, effectively bringing it to us.
Absolutely, I can get behind the pricing and it being kind of predatory. Yeah, I can get behind that. I can be like, yeah, I'm with you on that. That kind of sucks, doesn't it? And I agree with that. But no. What do we got to argue about? That whether or not the African Americans the samurai was a real person or not, and whether or not he was a real samurai. But whether was he a real samurai or was he not a real samurai? And wow, why would you do? And I just sat there and I'm like, if you are screaming and arguing about this, you need to go touch grass. Honestly, go take your hand, go outside and touch the green stuff out there. Okay, it's called grass. Okay, the earth is covered in it. Okay, this big blue marble flying through space is covered in this grass. Okay. it is something that we need to appreciate more and something that you need to go touch more often. Because if that is quite literally what you're going to be sitting on the internet and arguing about all day, go find grass. Right? Like, it's so dumb. Like, why are we arguing over the legitimacy of this character? Oh, this character's not historically correct. Neither is jumping off of a tower, landing head first into the grass, and walking away scot-free. Neither is being able to have a pet eagle land on your shoulder and be able to use them as your eyeballs. Neither is there being an ancient pre-civilization that gives out space apples, and neither is there a modern day machine where you plant your skull into and it allows you to see memories in the past. That's also not real. But we want to sit down and start talking about whether or not how legitimate a character is. Please. Please. It's not historically accurate. He was actually a and he was a Who cares? If you want to buy the game, buy the game. If you don't want to buy the game, don't buy the game. No, like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Context, people yelling and screaming about the race of a character in Assassin's Creed and saying how historically accurate it is. Meanwhile, it's the same game that literally has pre-age space aliens with magic apples, an ancient war between the assassins and elsewhere, jumping off of a tower off 1,000 feet, landing flat in your back and walking away as if nothing happened. That's also not historically accurate, but you don't see us complaining about that. The Pope in the second game had magic abilities. Right? Like seriously, it was an good grief, man. Good grief. It's based off of, yes, there is historical things that happen that they try to line up with to have some sort of historical accuracy. I get it. But at the end of the day, it's a historical fiction, okay? If they took off if the samurai took off his helmet and he was a one-eyed flying purple people eater, okay, there you go. One-horned, one-eyed flying purple people eater. It doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter if they're in Japan, they take off the samurai helmet, and it's Mario going, Mamma Mia. It doesn't matter. It's fiction. It's just like, here's a general idea of, like, timeline, but beyond that, that's it. Ori donated around $5. Who cares about historical accuracy? John Smith wasn't as pretty as he seemed in the Pocahontas cartoon. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't care. Like, hold on. Also, let's keep going. You know what? Let's keep going with the historical accuracy. Ezio Auditore had a wrist gun where he turned around and said "Resquiaca un pace" and would fire a bullet and be able to kill anybody with it during the Borgia era. Listen. The first time that Ezio Auditore pulls out that wrist gun and goes, Resquiaca in pace. The only thing that's Resquiaca in pace is his entire hand blowing off. Okay? His hand would blow into bits. It would turn into banana peel. Okay? It would literally blow into every direction, and the only thing, and the whole stealth mission would be blown because literally Ezio would be going, ah! Ah! And even if it could work, even if it theoretically could work, the kickback from that would, the sheer force of kickback would break every bone in your wrist. You would have 18 broken parts in your wrist. Your forearm would be bruised and snapped. It's just like, by the end, it's just going to be, we are the assassins, and they're just going to show up, and it's just nubs. Why do you have 2 nubs for arms? Yeah, we try to double shoot guns. Hi. Yes? What's happening? We're talking about how people are screaming about the historical accuracy of a character in Assassin's Creed, and saying, the Black Samurai was based off of... And I'm like, this is coming from the same game that has wrist guns in ancient Italy. And it's like, Resquiaca in pace, and he fires a gun from his wrist. And I'm like, you realize that your fist would just blow off like banana peels.
Hi, everybody. Or like, oh, let's talk about jumping.
Yeah, or jumping
or sneaking
300...
out and then stealing something from somebody.
Or, or how about the ancient apples from ancient precursor race? Listen, I have a lot of anger I need to get out, okay? We had like I said, we had a lady back into us and then turned around and said, go to your insurance. I'm like, awesome. Can you tell I'm stressed? I'm stressed.
Okay. It's fine. I'm just the one with the late night duty. I am the one with this
The baby burrito. So yeah,
Yeah, I walk out and I'm holding Daniel, and she's like, "Oh, that's a little baby." I'm like, "Yeah, he's a month old." Curse.
oh yeah, I am not arguing about the legitimacy about the race of the if he was real or not. But people are like, "Oh, he wasn't a real samurai. He was actually a slave to another master, and he was taught like a samurai, but he was a very
Guys, this is not actual historical. This is not a history book.
and I'm sitting there and I'm like, listen, okay? Yes, there was a black samurai, but people are like, he wasn't samurai. He was. I studied Japanese lore in my track pants and stained T-shirt.
Maybe I can borrow some to destroy the fences. You're the demolitions expert. How am I supposed to use that stuff?
I wasn't calling you out. Sorry for this.
Just jump
No, I know you weren't calling me out. I know that.
He likes to rant.
It allows me to leave a little bit.
No, the baby is totally fine. Like, I think we had a bunch of kids over, and we were just screaming, and the baby just didn't care.
Jump button. Call me crazy, but I bet, because I said it wouldn't matter if he took off his samurai helmet and he was a one-horned, one-eyed flying purple people eater. Who cares? And Jump button said, call me crazy, but I bet if it were the purple people eater, the same folks complaining would mysteriously not care anymore. It's just, you're not wrong. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Like, is this really what, like, really? Really, this is what we're going to be arguing and screaming and yelling about? Is this? Of all things?
He does lots of passionate speeches.
Yes. I'm just, like, floored by just how, like, people are saying, oh, Just Black Samurai odds jumping the shark. I'm like, that's jumping the shark. Not the literal jumping off a tower and almost dying. No. No? Okay, sure. Yeah, okay, Jan. Yep. Also, if you don't know, there's a every step he takes, there's a piano going.
It's amazing.
Like here, you can take a listen. It's one of the best features of Sly Cooper. So if I do slow, but if I do it fast, and then I can slow it right down.
It just sounds like, you know.
Or I know it's
like a little bottle.
it's one of the best. It's one of the best features of Sly Cooper.
Canadian girl, eh?
What's
when
your favorite?
do we need to break it to them?
You're Canadian. You're half
I'm
Canadian.
a halfie.
You're a halfie.
I'm a halfling. I'm a mudblood.
Oof.
What did you think was gonna happen?
Well, I thought it was motion detection. Clearly that was wrong. Clearly that was death.
What's my favorite games? I love Banjo-Kazooie.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Kirby.
Kirby.
Why am I answering these for you?
That was up till 2:40 last night. Or this morning.
Let me remind you of the things that you like.
Oh, Mario. But I think that's just
Pretty.
No, I feel like everyone, unless they hate childhood or something, or they have bad experience, everyone kind of likes Mario. It's just kind of the beginning.
Classic Crash stuff.
Actually, just Warped.
Yep.
That was
Warped.
the one we played the most. Ooh, and then there was that. Yeah, a lot of the like N64
I'm within
games.
visual range of the spice grinder.
We had a lot
What's
of them.
next?
Rajan won't come out of hiding while spice is still being manufactured.
Hi, Paul. How's
If we
everything?
destroy the grind,
Great.
He'll be out of business.
Awesome.
And have no reason
Call
to
her
Fine.
Sunflower. You don't have to.
Great.
It's fine.
We do the
I was
world a
just making
favor
a
and
joke
Rajan's
because
forced
I'm
out
not
into the open.
Canadian-ish.
Start by getting a hold of that TNT.
So she is.
I'm a Midwesterner.
She was born in the States, but her father is Canadian.
Buckeye.
Explosive disguise.
Her father is Canadian. She's born from Ohio, but she has a Canadian citizenship. So,
I'm a happy.
halfling.
A daywalker. I don't know. Vampire joke.
Well, in that case, then you know who would be the vampire part? What country would be the vampire part? It would have to be America.
No, Canada.
Why is Canada the vampire part?
Parts that, you know, midnight sun.
That's also Alaska,
Yeah.
but Alaska is.
That's a small part of America that shouldn't be a part of America. We all get
I agree with that.
It's literally Canada. Right there.
Literally Canada, but not.
Get to Canada. You can get to Alaska faster through Canada than I think to travel there, you have to travel through Canada to
Yeah.
get to Alaska.
You could travel through Russia, I think. Can you?
What? Where do you think Russia is?
Where do you think Alaska is? Who do you think owned Alaska originally?
Right, never mind.
So yeah, before you start turning on me and be like, "Oh, you stupid or something?" No,
She's a half.
half Adian, half Adian. Instead of a Canadian, you're a half Adian.
I'm assuming you like Canada since you live there now. We have most of our support systems in Canada. I don't appreciate the $7 a bag of milk. But no, when I moved here, it's because his life was already set up here, and my life wasn't as supportive as I would have liked.
That's a way of putting
and we're
it.
gonna leave it there.
That's a way of putting it.
We're gonna leave it positive-ish. But he
Have
has
more support from a wet tissue paper.
positive affirmations here.
More.
My life is better set up. I still visit family in Ohio, and it's nice going back there every once in a while, but it's cool here. So, yeah.
Sometimes dealing with your family is like being in the hyperbolic time chamber. I'm just saying it.
Wait, a minute feels like an hour. Sometimes you feel weighed down.
Weighed down, so much happening at once. Ah, it's been so long. How long has it been? A minute.
Time moves slower.
Time moves slower. Everything is heavier.
I feel like your body's being broken. It's fine.
Nobody's there.
Anxiety. Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's his family's super supportive here, and seeing as they live next door.
What was the coolest part about moving to Canada? Me!
I mean, there's more than that, but yeah. I would say it's not that much different than the States, but people's reaction that I'm American.
It's cleaner.
American is funnier.
It's cleaner.
It's cleaner.
It is cleaner.
Listen, you've not been to places. You've only been to dirty Ohio.
Listen, I have been to Atlanta, Georgia. I have been to Florida. I have been to New York. I have been to Boston.
You just named dirty cities. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, so it just so happens that every single city I've ever visited is exclusively a dirty city.
Listen.
Los Angeles.
Dirty city. Can somebody please help? A Midwesterner who lives in a mountain area, please tell this man that it's beautiful, clean air somewhere. He's all like, oh yeah, I've been to Boston. America's dirty.
Yeah, you just named some pretty garb places,
Yeah,
to be fair.
yeah. No, he's all like, oh yeah, America's just a bunch of dirty, gross
I
things.
never said that.
No. You've experienced Ohio, okay? No offense, I'm Ohioan, I get to say that. It's trash, okay? Cincinnati, Columbus, like, gross. Then you haven't even, like, been to West Virginia mountain area.
I'm sure it's beautiful.
It is beautiful and clean. Well, there are some trailer areas.
And where have you been in Canada? You've been up north. You've been here. You've been to Ottawa. Ottawa was clean. Here is mostly clean. Mostly clean. You can't compare where we live to Ohio and say that it's even comparable. Anyway.
I'm sorry.
Ori donated $5 super chat.
Thank you, Ori.
Around $5. Police complaints are to comment. There was a TV reviewer who, rather than talk about the TV, would rant about the box it came in. Yeah. That's kind of... That's one thing that I feel like a lot of people want to sit down and they want to rant about things that are meaningless. You see, for me, I rant about things that...
Blimma, I live in a British... Well, you're not helping here, okay? Go back to your island.
Jump button. West Virginia is beautiful. It's also a horrific void of despair. The dichotomy of the USA.
Listen, okay? Since they stopped finding coal in the easy places and started blowing up the mountains, it's gotten a little bit more desperate, okay?
Yeah, jeez. We're over here saying, hey, can you make sure you don't build houses in this nice area? And then you're over here with TNT crates like Acme style, blowing your mountains,
West Virginia, okay?
blowing things into the next week.
They have things they need to figure out, okay? Listen.
You just have to go where the people aren't, and you're good.
Yeah, no, you're right. I thankfully know some nice family members there, but there's, I mean, it's West Virginia mountain area.
West Virginia! Sorry.
Mountain Mama! And I'm in regular Virginia.
They're
nothing
building a
makes-
pipeline 500 feet from me, and I'm in regular Virginia. Nothing makes sense. Oh dear.
John Bison.
Oh, So there's a character in this game called Jean Bisson, and it's a bison, and he's Canadian. His name is Jean
I
Bisson.
mean, up north, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's great. It's great. It's awesome.
Honestly, what the worst thing is, I got Duolingo, and I was like, I'm gonna be a good Canadian. I'm gonna learn French. I'm gonna do my best. I met a French-speaking Canadian. It's not French.
Okay.
It's trash French.
Listen.
Okay.
It's not. Listen. When you go on Duolingo, you're like, I want to learn French. They think, Paris. It's like, no. It can't be Paris. It's gonna be Quebec.
No. There is no option to learn Quebec French.
No.
Yeah, it's the worst. No, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll be, I'll do my part. I don't know, and try and learn a new language that I can talk.
Yeah, and you're trying to like say a sentence to me. I'm like, what are you saying? Like I know broken French. I'm like, this doesn't make any.
You know when a kid walks up and goes, I don't know, like, that's the crack or something, and that means it's good. I don't even know if they say that anymore, but the young kid slang. That's all what French Canada is. It's just like smashed up French, spoken really fast and mumbled.
Okay, that's just French period, though. The mumbling.
Yeah.
Man.
No, like I was sitting there at a birthday party and someone was speaking French with another person speaking French, and I was just like, what are you saying?
Elena donated $2 super chat. Love cans locked and loaded, preparing to fire. Thank you so much for the $2, Elena. We appreciate that. Thank you. And yeah, welcome to French Canadian French is definitely difficult, but someone from Paris can understand. They can understand. It's like, it's not like impossible, and likewise.
Yeah.
Oops.
Why is the Midwest accent the perfect accent? Because I can go like Kentucky trash, and then be like, I'm a posh individual.
I'm a posh individual.
I say soda.
Don't. Yeah.
And that can go
Yuck.
like crack couch and be like, y'all.
Oh, when we
put on the deal.
oh yeah, when she's around family,
Oh, it gets bad.
it can get bad. Certain friends, certain friends where
friends just comes out.
it just comes out, and I'm like, oh gosh.
Maybe I
Start
can
saying
borrow
y'all again,
some
and everyone
to
makes
destroy
fun of
the
me, and then I
fences.
stop saying it. I say
You're
you
the
all.
demolitions expert. How am I supposed to use that stuff?
Or I say Mira.
Yeah, I said Mira, it's Mira. Take care, Pixel Games. Bye. Some specific Canadian sayings. It's oh yeah, bud.
No, I'll tell you. Oh yeah, no, yeah. Oh yeah, no.
No, you said it. No,
You say it then.
that's not how you say it.
Oh no, yeah. It's ridiculous.
It's yeah, no, you're right. It's like yeah, no. It starts with yeah, no. If it's
Yeah, no,
if
yeah.
if it's
And then I look at him like, yes or no. Yes
so listen,
or no.
listen. It's the first word that we say, okay? If
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely, yeah.
so if someone says I dislike doing this, we'd say, yeah, no, that's awful. Like that means I agree with you, it's awful.
But they just say yeah and no.
Oh, Elena donated $20 super chat. Thank you. Thank you. Fire! Directed CG.
Got shot
Thank
with the
you.
love.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Thank you.
Island draw.
Um,
I go, when do VA work?
People in Pittsburgh do the no, yeah, no thing too.
What's
I swear it was Pittsburgh or Minnesota. I think it's Minnesota that's considered like just little Canada.
Minnesota is a little, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, we do oop.
Great. We do the world a favor and Rajan's
You guys don't do
forced out
that.
into
We
the
do
open.
though.
Start by getting a hold
Yeah.
of TNT.
Or
You guys
let me
like-
just slip right past you.
Yeah. Ohioans were just like, I'll ship you
I'll ship
you.
for some corn.
Nice. An explosive disguise.
Or nothing. Because we don't.
I had a really strong country accent until I was 5 and then disappeared for some discernible reason. My cousin had a New York Bronx accent until she was like 7, and then it went away.
I had a
With
cousin.
the Bronx.
I had a cousin too, and she'd be like, Boston.
Boston.
It was so cute. And then start saying things properly. You end sentences with intention.
No. No, we do not. At least, not in Canada, at least. But yeah, when you hear a Canadian get mad and they're about to talk to somebody and they're trying to hold some resemblance of politeness, you're gonna hear, "Listen here, bud." That's.
Yeah, I say bud now.
It's bud, yeah, bud. Bud is something that a lot of Canadians say. Oh yeah, bud.
It sucks because I say it now all the time.
At least you're not born in England, but thanks to too many Disney films, had an American accent till college. Oof.
That's like the kids who are watching too much Peppa Pig start talking in a English accent. And I'm like, oh my.
You see, the funny thing is that for me...
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you're dead, bud. Oh yeah, eh? So, there's...
Make sure to get the TNT barrel
so,
into that
you got kind of, like, different, like, depending on, you know, what part of Canada you're from. You basically have, I'm just counting in my head. You have 1, 2, 3, you have 4 accents, okay? You have the regular accent, that's me. I'm the regular Canadian, I'm your stereotypical Canadian accent. It is literally just a regular, I guess, Midwest accent, a little bit deeper.
And you say A a lot.
We say A, and we hold our O's. We hold our O's.
When he says boat, it's funny.
It's boat, right?
It's like a boat.
Yeah, it's not a boot, but we hold the O. Boat.
When he says about, it sounds like a boat.
About, boat, right? When you're Canadian, if you're talking to somebody that you think is Canadian, say boat, and they boat, and it's typically you hold the O's heavier. So that is basically your standard Canadian. Then you have the French Canadian, which is literally just as is French Canadian. But then you have you're right. But then you have the if they're from Nova Scotia, it's a oh yeah, eh? If I was to buy the bills the boat, I'm the buys the sales, or like from like really like a lot of people don't talk like that now, but like if they're Cape Breton and they are like deep Cape Bretoners,
Mama's parents or family.
Like it's like sitting down. It's like, you know, trying to listen to them talk is like I can't understand a word you're saying. Right, so you know that's Newfoundland, and then you have the basic Canadian, the hick. It's oh yeah. It sounds like a lot of people. Some people from Alberta sound like that.
I thought it was a joke when I heard someone start talking like it. I was like, "You're joking, right?"
Yeah, it's no, it is.
Also, how do you talk Southern? Drop the G.
Hmm?
If you're trying to talk Southern, drop the G. Like when you're doing trying, you say trying.
Oh, trying.
Yeah. And then it just kind of slips into it.
You're trying too hard. The strangest accent still to me is South African. That like that when I heard someone speak from South Africa the first time, I just was just sitting there like it wasn't like it was bad. It was just I never heard a dialect like it. It was so different.
I think a friend of ours, his wife is from India.
Yep.
But
she has an English accent.
She has an English accent, and he made fun of her all the time because there's the big jokes to him.
Literally, Florina just talking about that right now.
Yes, some areas of it, yeah. It's kind of like odd because like when I met her, she had a full-on English accent. I was like, oh, okay. But he always makes fun and says that she has the stereotypical, like, who's the guy from Simpsons?
Apu?
Yeah, he'd always make fun of it, and she's like, I don't talk. She said this proper English sentence, and I'm like, you're so mean to her.
Yeah, he's...
But there's, like, different parts of India. They all speak different, like, dialect.
Yeah, it's very strange how, you know, dialects work and stuff.
Nice pins.
Pins. Did I put pins on?
Down there? It looks like spice production has fallen behind. Wait, it's completely stopped.
We completely stopped. Yeah, it did.
Really?
What?
Then we've gone all
Nah, yeah,
Larry
dude.
the Cable Guy. I had a neighbor that sounded exactly like Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh man, just naturally.
They just naturally talk like that. They could have been him.
Here's the thing. Make stereotypes about Canadians, Paul. Go nuts.
Yeah.
Canadians
They laugh
are...
at it.
we embrace our stereotypes. That's one thing about Canada, about us. You can sit there and make fun of us all day, and we are laughing with you. Like, we're laughing with you. In what way? Like,
Calling it trash.
I mean, that's not, haha, stereotype, your country sucks. That's not a stereotype. That's like, oh, you bunch of hose heads. Yeah, we're a bunch of hose heads. Y'all play hockey all the time? Oh, yeah, eh? Let me go get my dink on, eh?
Just don't root for the Toronto Maple Leafs. You just cry. Nice enemy accent.
Like, but that's the thing is that everyone, like, even comedy
Y'all
show.
eat hockey puffs?
Yeah, y'all, yeah.
Tim Hortons is now doing that.
Oof.
20 minutes fresh.
20-ish minutes.
They went from fresh.
Oh yeah, I am about to
freshly
go.
baked every morning to fresh donuts to fresh coffee
To freshly defrosted.
to fresh every 20 minutes. Because now it's no longer freshly made
Air quote fresh.
every 20 minutes. It's now put into like a big heater. So it's made fresh every 20 minutes.
Like we joke about ourselves. I mean, to give you an idea, and I think this should surmise Canadians, okay? South Park is made by a bunch of Canadians. Okay? Like, the most offensive show on television ever. Ever. Like, you know, where they do and say and cover things that we can't even remotely talk about. That we can't even remotely talk about on this channel. Like, not even in the same realm, and made by a bunch of stupid Canadians. Like, that should basically give you an idea as to what it's like. Alright, I need to go to the bathroom real quick, so.
Oh, so that means you won't live anymore, Terrence.
Oh, God.
It's the only one I remember.
Does that mean you have bum cancer? Does that mean I can't fart anymore? No, Terrence. It means you can't live anymore. Stupid. Alright, go to the bathroom real quick.
I shall leave.
What, you're not going to sit and ask questions too?
Fine.
There we go. Don't be awkward.
I am an awkward squirrel. I'm apparently taking over. South Park made by Canadians. Yeah. Yeah, they had the whole thing that said blame Canada. Yeah, we have Jim Carrey, Ryan Reynolds. We're stacked. Yeah, but them, you know, they have Justin Bieber, so that doesn't help. Anyway, ask me questions, I guess. He's left me to my own devices. Save me. Before I start talking about bees. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Daniel Ivy, that you've not had a good evening. I've also not had the bestest week, but positive reinforcement and relaxing helps. I am very excited to see what's going to be. I'm very excited to see what's going to be the next package, Elena. It's going to be awesome. What music do I like? Everything, I guess? I don't know. Lots of soundtracks from like Disney music and stuff, and yeah, I don't like anything like hardcore metal music. I've moved on past the emo phase. How many species of bees are there? I do not know. All I know is we have one set, which is honeybees in the backyard, that his dad has. Honeybees are cute as long as they're not fish. I don't know if anyone remembers, but honeybees have been considered fish to be kept unendangered in like California or something. Look it up. It made me mad. What's my favorite game? Banjo-Kazooie. And yeah, I think that would be the first one. That would be my favorite game. That or Crash Warped. I do like that one. Do Canadians gotta say A at the end of the sentence often, or is that a stereotype? It's not a stereotype, at least with his family. It's more of just like A is in a question at the end. And it's really funny just hearing them, and every time they say A, I just kind of giggle inside a little bit. There's a Mufasa film happening? I did not know. And I don't know how to think. You've definitely had the worst week than I, having to raise a fourth child and all. No, I love my babies. That's not the hard part about it. Like, it's been actually pretty fine. The hard part was, the lady hitting the car in the parking lot. The kids being sick is harder. And I'm tired. But the kids don't make it stressful. The people hitting my car do. How's the bean? Oh no, all infants are little beans. The bean is doing great, actually. He just kept me up really late last night until like early into the morning. So almost until 3 in the morning. And then I had to get up at 7:30 to get the kids up into school. Tired. And then the littlest one had shots. Or the third kid had shots today. And we kept David back because he was sick, but was running around playing with bubbles at 3. So I'm like, you're going to school tomorrow. Ooh. I'll watch the trailer. I didn't like the real Lion King. I don't know. I like the original. Is Jonathan speaking words now? Yes, little tiny words. He says, don't worry when I tell him, oh, be careful. And he says, please and thanks. So it's really cute. Would y'all be open to getting a pet? Would love to get a pet when he's just a little bit older. We're thinking about a dog, but also dogs are expensive since the pandemic. And it's expensive to feed them. And we want to make sure we're able to care for a dog and give them the best life we have. So it's all about kind of like making sure we're in a good place and we can love a pet properly and give them a good life. Oh, Inside Out is June. That's awesome. I want to see the new movie If by John Krasinski. But getting to go to the movie theater with new kids, it's a lot. And it's like $50 for 2 people to go to the movie theater. So it's a lot. What about a cat or a rabbit? I like other people's cats and outside cats. I just don't like the whole pooping in a box thing. And rabbits actually require a lot of help and care that a lot of people don't realize. They need like a huge cage, lots of different stuff. It's actually, I think, more difficult to take care of a rabbit than a dog. Because I looked into it because I thought, rabbits are cute. Let's get one. And I was like, not doing that. It's a lot. Pet adoption is the way to go. Exactly. I would love to do that. We just have to be careful because we have kids, and we don't want to adopt a dog that has a problem with children. So it would have to be like a lot of interviews to make sure the dog is okay. Ferrets? Oh, good. I have children who are like ferrets. You used to do that. My mom said the same thing. You're going to school tomorrow. Yeah, no, it's exactly that. I think he didn't feel very well this morning, and they're just getting over a cold. So I was like, oh, I'll let David stay home, and he can come help me on doctor's appointments. And he was a good help. Yeah, If was released, I think it's tomorrow and Friday, I think, or maybe it was last Friday. But yeah, it is very sad, the price. Ooh, yes, I really want to see the whole Sonic 3. I'm excited about that. I don't mind the live-action Disney films. I actually love the Beauty and the Beast one because it actually tells a better story of them falling in love and not just, oh, I kidnapped her and she loves me after 3 days. It's actually them falling in love together, and it's cute, and I like it. It tells a better love story than the cartoon version did, which didn't have a lot of time, so I get it. But yeah, I don't mind some of them, the live-action ones. Everyone teach their own. I just like the cartoon ones better because I grew up with them. Yeah, ferrets I think bite and stuff. Do you play Super Smash Brothers? So I don't, because I think I was 6 or 7, and I really wanted to play with my brother and his friends, and I was like, I'll pick Princess Peach because she's cute. And I got like smashed to like smithereens because I didn't know how to play, and they're like hardcore Super Smash Brother players, and I just started to cry, and then I left the game. And I haven't really played since. Or I think I played with CGE one time. But yeah. The live action Aladdin is the best live action Disney adaptation to me. I don't know if I watched it fully. I think I saw snippets of it when I showed it to the kids. But I liked it. But I didn't really like Aladdin except for the genie. The like animated one. So I'm not much help. If you really want to watch an Aladdin-based story, but the storyline be good, but sadly doesn't have, the awesome genie Robin Williams, Wish Dragon's really good. I like that one. I think it's on Netflix. I have not actually seen the Dumbo live action. I would like to see that. It's hard to actually watch what we want to watch. Mostly the time we just watch Bluey. And right now we're trying to finish Big Hero 6 with the kids. Oh, they toned down the pink elephants part. That's good because the pink elephant part, I think, in the original Dumbo terrified me as a kid. But yeah. Where did CGE go? He's been gone for a while. I did forget about the live action Dumbo. Big Hero 6, let's go! I don't know if you've seen it, but they have the Baymax series on Disney Plus, and it's so cute. Thoughts on the live-action Jungle Book? I liked that one. I know they changed parts of it, and some people may not have liked it, but I thought it was really neat and cool. But yeah. Again, to each their own, but I like some of them. But some of them I found were, like, not done as well as, like, the Jungle Book. So I haven't finished The Little Mermaid. I don't really like what I've seen so far. I need to finish it so I can say, oh, I've seen it, and then have a full judgment of it. But I'm like, eh. I love The Little Mermaid, so it's kind of hard to like jump into the live action one which has been changed. I haven't even seen The Lady and the Tramp, the real one, either. So I need to watch more of the live action ones, I guess. You watched The Black Cauldron and you weren't terrified? What is this? I think the worst thing I turned on, because I was like, oh man, I was watching a bunch of kids. I was like, let's watch The Hunchback of Notre Dame, because I remember watching this as a kid and it'll be fine. Within the first minute, talking about The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And how he turned it on for the kids I was watching. And then he just throws the lady on the stairs and you just watch what happens. Yeah. Hi. I'm gonna go upstairs and rest.
Okay.
You okay?
Sort of.
Okay. Help me.
Ready?
Love you.
Love you.
Alright. Did I leave my phone? I think it's upstairs. Maybe. There are pockets? We're good.
I'll move that here. Sorry, I had to quickly go. I was just having a quick conversation with somebody and found something out that I'm not too happy about right now. It's just something else, something else to lay on top, another layer of malarkey. I'm really not having a good week. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry I'm not in the chippiest of moods. I'm trying. I'm genuinely trying, and I'm just. All right. Hopefully my wife kept everybody entertained. Thank you, Fern. I appreciate that.
Cooper, we meet again.
Constable Neela. Well, thanks for not ratting me out back at the ball.
Constipated
I should be
Neela.
thanking you. The look on Carmelita's face was priceless.
She took it hard, huh?
No one likes to have their affections played with.
I know I certainly don't. Look, Neela, as soon as this India job is over, why don't you and I go out on the town? We'll dance through Bollywood and eat curry all night long.
I'll keep it in mind. But first, the task at hand. I've learned of a secret entrance leading to half of the Clockwork Heart. Legally, I can't enter the premises without a warrant. But now a thief like you
A thief like me can go wherever he pleases. I read you.
Thank you so much, Dang Johnson, for the $5. I appreciate that. I'm sorry you're not having a good week, brother. Here's something that should wake your spirits up. This should be good for a few cups of coffee. I appreciate that. Thank you. Again, I'm sorry that, you know, like I said, I hate when I feel this way. I don't like, you know, trying to be a grumpy Gus, or, you know, I don't like the idea of that. I don't like the idea of being a grumpy Gus or being upset or mad. It just, yeah, there she went. Alright, let's keep up.
This is it. And remember, if push comes to shove, I never showed you this door.
And
we're on for that date in Bollywood.
there it is, just like Neela said.
In order to lower the clockwork heart, you'll need access to that control box. But it's locked down tight.
Oh, I'm sure these guards won't mind if I borrow their keys.
I'm trying to just figure out how I'm going to sort this situation out. That is all. There's too many situations going on in my personal life right now, and I don't even know where to start. And it just sucks, man. Oops. Okay, over here. There we go. Lower this down.
That's it. Half the clockwork heart. The spice won't be growing around here anytime soon.
Boom, boom, ba-doom, boom. I'm sorry that I'm not in a good, chipper mood, Madeline. I always try to be the best form of myself on these streams, and this week has not been kind to me. I'm going to be trying to get that Yeah, it's the car. It's dealing with insurance because I right now can barely afford the insurance right now. The rates are the highest it's ever been, and if I make a claim, they're going to increase it because it was in a parking lot, which makes it neither party's fault, and typically it means either you go and you just fix it yourself, pay out of pocket, and don't make a claim, and if you make a claim, it's going to increase my rate, and I can't afford that. So there's that. I'm behind on a whole bunch of other stuff right now as well. I'm trying to catch up. It's just, it's not been, I picked up a job, like an extra, like, one time off job that was supposed to be a quick little job, and it's now been 3 weeks of a hassle. It was supposed to be one sit down 4-hour job, and now it's turned into 3 weeks of problems that it's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's just the way it worked out and panned out, and it's still not fixed yet, and I have to go and try to fix it tomorrow. One of the things that I was just, I was supposed to get a something from the government, and they denied me it, so I have to go through and do a whole bunch of paperwork again. Yeah, just there's just a whole bunch of stuff all happening all at once, and I'm just not feeling happy. But you just gotta get through it, whether you like it or not, right? One second. I'm trying to prototype a modular deck box to try to sell, see if people would like it. That basically allows me to be able to, or allows someone to build a deck box the way they want to, whether they're playing Pokemon, Magic the Gathering. Just give me a second. Why is this not working? Come on. I measured you out. You should just slide in nicely. Why are you not going in nicely? What do you mean you don't fit? What? I thought I measured you out. Why are you not going in? Yeah. Yeah, of course it doesn't work. Yep, that's... Of course, yeah, nope, doesn't work. Trying, man. I'm trying. I'm prototyping things. I'm trying new things. I'm trying, man. I really am. I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go. This isn't the version of me I want anyone to see. This isn't... I'm not having a good time. This isn't... Yeah, I'm gonna head off. So... Take care, everyone.